Hi, Seth. My name's Bennett Collins. I'm a 20-year-old sophomore in college from Annandale, Virginia, which is in the northernmost part of it, just outside of DC. Um, I'm a mountain biker, and gosh, what an opportunity this is. I've followed your channel for a long time, and I saw the video about somebody getting a mountain bike, and I was stoked. Then to find out that it was an entry competition, I couldn't believe it. Um, I watched the video and I let it sit and I let it sit and I let it sit, and it didn't leave my mind for a second. One of my favorite quotes is a Pablo Picasso quote, and he says, "Only put off until tomorrow what you're willing to die having left undone." And this was not something I'm willing to die having left undone. I'd love to throw in an entry, and so I don't have an awesome video for you. Um, my little brother's got a GoPro. I don't, and the weather up here has just been so wet, and I can't get out and ride and make videos the way I want to. Um, but believe me, if properly equipped, I would promise to do some awesome stuff in the future. Um, my family is made up of mountain bikers. Both my uncles on my mom's side are probably two of the biggest mountain bike fans and enthusiasts that I know. They got my dad into mountain biking uh, when they did the 24-hour races when I was a really young kid. And I remember the excitement of going to those 24-hour races and even the local races in Northern Virginia of, you know, the excitement that you'd find at the finish line along the way, going to the campsites way after my bedtime and staying up with guys way older than me who are having the time of their lives, um, whether rain or shine. It was fun. And I ended up entering a 24-minute race at one of those 24-hour races, and tiny little me won. I won first place, and I had a tiny little dinosaur bike and a Trek mountain bike jersey that was too big for me because I was always a small kid, and I couldn't quite fit into it. But I won, and I had these awesome fingerless mountain bike gloves, and I remember really vividly crossing the finish line way before anybody else and throwing my hands up and cheering as all my uncles and my uncle's friends and my parents cheered me on at the finish line, and what an awesome feeling that was. I grew up a couple years later, and my dad passed me down his old Trek Fuel mountain bike, and gosh, what a bike that was. It was the coolest bike in the neighborhood, and I loved it, and I rode it, and it was awesome. And then it got stolen out of our garage, which was a total bummer. And I don't think my dad and I ever recovered from that. He went right back out and bought another mountain bike, but I wasn't afforded the same luxury. I ended up moving pretty quickly through high school, and went away to college, longing for a mountain bike for a couple summers. And I didn't have one, so that stunk. But this past Christmas, I called up one of my uncles and I said, "Hey, I'm looking to do what you guys did when you were about my age." They, biked cross country, and one living in New Hampshire now, he does some awesome mountain biking, and one living out in California, he does some awesome mountain biking. So you can imagine, my feeling of, oh man, I'm so jealous of what those guys get to do on a regular basis. It'd be really cool for me to get out and do that. And my uncle uh, emailed me about a week later with a picture attachment and said, "This baby should be on its way to you and should be there by Christmas." And I opened the file attachment, and it was a picture of a mountain bike sitting outside of his house. And I couldn't believe it. I thanked him profusely, and at great length, because I couldn't believe what I was about to come into. And it got there, and I rode for 6 days. I was up first thing in the morning. It was a wet Christmas break, but I rode anyways. And I came back the first weekend of being back up at school after winter break, and I biked the bike park with my dad, and it was awesome. And so he boxed up my Scott scale 29er hardtail, um, and sent it to me, and it has completely changed everything. It's so great to be back on a bike. Um, I've fallen in love with riding again and had so much fun by myself out on the trails and maintaining and learning and everything that comes along with mountain bike riding. Unfortunately, it is a large frame. He is a 6'7" crunchy granola Californian, and I am a 5'6" northeastern ball of not a whole lot. And so it doesn't quite get around the way I would like it to. And it doesn't quite get down the mountain as well as I would like it to. But properly equipped and, fingers crossed, that could be about to change. What would I do with the bike? I mean, I'd ride it. I'm looking to take over my school's outdoor club because they don't do a whole lot, and I'm not cool with that. I'd love to get people out and mountain biking. I'd love to get people out and kayaking, skiing, even paintballing, doing the things that I think an outdoors club should be providing and doing. I would love to give that feeling to other people. And I would love to take this bike and use it as a loaner, and just so that I could get somebody to come out to the trails with me. Every time I ask someone, they know that I go biking every day, rain or shine. And so I ask all around. I ask all walks of life I find here at school. Let's go on a bike ride. Let's go on a bike ride. And they all say they don't have a bike. So it'd be awesome to say, I can fix that. It'd be awesome to get people out on the trails, and spur some interest in other people. That's about it. Not too short, not too long. I hope that's okay. I wish I had an awesome edit for the competition, but who knows? That could change in the very near future. Thanks for this opportunity. It's awesome, and I know that whether I win or lose, I can go to sleep knowing that at least I tried, and what an awesome opportunity. So thanks, Seth. Good luck to everybody else who enters. And I know that rain or shine, win or lose, I'll end up biking and doing my own thing, and hopefully, everybody else who might not be as fortunate as I am, maybe now can have a way to do the same. All right, take care. Keep doing what you're doing, Seth. I promise I will always be a fan of your channel. And I hope this goes well. Take care.